Here's a few movies to check out this week, currently on Netflix Instant. Horror, Christie. Over Thanksgiving break, a girl is staying at her college university by herself, and she becomes the target of a very unusual anti-religious cult. I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, way more than I expected to. The two main things that made me really enjoy it. For one, the lead, Haley Bennett, she did a terrific job of playing a vulnerable girl who overcomes her fear and becomes a pretty big badass. The other thing was the whole angle of Christie. They explain it in the beginning of the movie. It's this anti-religious group that is targeting a certain type of girl. I won't go into it anymore, I don't want to spoil it, but they do go into it pretty in-depth in the first, 5 minutes or so. It wasn't over-explained, it wasn't stupid. There were a couple of boo scares that I could have done without. The way they set the movie up was very smart. They showed how well Justine knew the university and knew certain things, and was able to use that to her advantage later on. TV. The X-Files. With the series continuing next year, it might take you a little while to go back and start over again from the beginning to watch all 201 episodes. This is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. It got me into conspiracy theories and looking into a lot of the unknown in the world. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson just played so incredibly well off each other. They were perfectly cast. For anyone who doesn't know what the show's about, it's two FBI agents that are investigating the X-Files. They're files that are unexplained. Mulder is this major conspiracy theorist, and Scully is kind of the straight man, well, straight woman, that she doesn't believe in any of this stuff. All the while they're investigating these cases, they find that there's groups that are working against them, and so much depth to it, it's just an amazing show. Action, Super Cop. In the US, it was released as Super Cop, but really it's the third in Jackie Chan's series Police Story. So really, it's Police Story 3, Super Cop. But honestly, you can watch this one as a standalone movie. You'll get more enjoyment out of them if you'll watch them as a series. It's probably the best known of the now 4 Police Story movies. Jackie Chan is a cop who's investigating a Chinese drug czar. And really, that's all you need to know about the plot, because as is with most Jackie Chan movies, it's not really about the story. It's about, hey, what insane stunt can we get Jackie Chan to do? He's doing his usual amazing martial arts acrobatics. He's driving motorcycles up trains. Just all kinds of insanity. Comedy. Fletch. Chevy Chase plays Irving M. Fletcher, a reporter who's investigating an unusual crime and becomes the target of just about everyone. It's a very unusual film. It's not for everybody because so much goes on. Chevy Chase is kind of a master of disguise. As he's investigating things, he's constantly putting on these different outfits and different disguises, which of course gets him into all kinds of goofy situations. The story itself is very clever, and the way they tie everything together is excellent. It's one of those movies that you definitely need to watch twice to get it all in. Chevy Chase really nailed it with this one, with all his facial expressions and just the silly dialogue and everything he belts out. It all comes together, and it just works so well. And you got Joe Don Baker in there, too. What else could you ask for? That's all I got for this week. I'll see you next time.